Hi, all, from Megan and Marty from eTherapy. Today, we're here to share some more activities from our back to school toolkit to get you started when planning those initial therapy sessions. So, we're bringing you two activities to share. The first is an all about me activity, and the second that Marty's going to share is an activity with therapy session landing pages. To kick us off and get started, though, we're going to start with our all about me activity. You'll see that this activity comes with three built-in activities. The first one is an all about me activity that is geared for really that pre-K through elementary. You could certainly use it for some younger middle school kids. It's bright, fun, colorful. And the nice thing with this activity in a remote environment is you can simply screen share this with your student. If you want and your platform allows, you can certainly allow students remote access. They can add text boxes, type on this sheet to answer the questions. Or as a therapist, as I always like to do, sometimes I like to keep control and have my kids use their language skills, their expressive skills to give you answers, especially in group sessions. It's kind of fun. You can have kids pick different colors. So maybe Joey's the red color and Becky's the green color, and they can write their responses in different colors to fill out the various questions to learn about your students. Again, all these sheets I would recommend first session or two to really kind of set a good foundation and learn about your students. The second sheet then in the packet is another all about me activity, but this one's geared more for middle and high school. I think if you put that first one up there for the older bunch, they'd probably look at you like you're a little strange. So this one has some questions that are really more appropriate for that older bunch of kiddos, kind of digging a little deeper maybe into their career aspirations, what they want to do after they graduate, etc. Same idea, you can screen share it. You do have the ability to PDF print this if you want. You could print out a hard copy if you're brick and mortar and use this in your therapy classroom. The third sheet then is a goal sheet. So I always like to work with my students as well to review their goals. So certainly as professionals, we have our very descriptive driven goals that often have professional language in them. And I want to make sure that my students always understand what those goals mean in kid-friendly terms. So that's what I use this sheet for, to find out, do they understand what it is that they're working on? What are their personal goals for the school year? So, for them to make improvement, they have to buy into this. So that's really what this sheet gets at. So again, these first day activities intended to be kind of days 1 and 2 of your therapy session. The other thing I want to mention is, even though they're first day activities, as you have students roll in throughout the school year, don't put these away, don't file them away, keep them handy, because as we know, kids will come onto your caseload in January, April, May, and June, sometimes even. And these sheets are great to use no matter the time of school year. They are very appropriate any time of year when you get new students added to your caseload. So I hope you like our first day activities. I'm going to pass it over to Diana to talk a little bit about her therapy landing pages.
I really love this, the goal sheet. I mean, I like all three of them, but I really love the goal sheet because kids really need to be able to know what they're working on in speech, because I think that positively impacts behavior during your sessions, participation, and then also being able to communicate with those parents about, oh, is my child improving? And it helps the kids take ownership of their own therapy, which I think is really cool. So I really like those, all three of those sheets. The second activity is a welcome to speech activity. And this activity you can use, it's a little bit more from the therapist point of view. And what I like about Megan's is very much the student giving the information, whereas this activity is more of a therapist sharing about him or herself and getting the students to talk to each other and talk to you during those initial therapy sessions. So what this file has is 3 different styles of welcome to speech activities. You have the purple, which I think is cool. You also have a chalkboard theme. You also have something that looks like leather. And then you also have a Bitmoji style welcome to speech, all of which are editable. So you can add your own Bitmoji to it, your own images to it, and personalize it for your therapy sessions. So the first slide, we'll go to the chalkboard slide is there's text boxes where you can edit. You can add your own any information that you want to add, maybe your name. They might want to know who you are, where you're from. You can also eliminate. You can also delete this text box if you want. The second slide has some photos, like a photo album style. You're able to edit and change the photos. You can change the captions, and then you can add text here in this little side box if you want to edit that. The third slide is a map, which I think is cool. When you're working in teletherapy, you may be working in a different state than your students. So this includes movable images of pins so that you can show where you're from, where the students in the group are from. And this could be the basis of some really nice conversation. For example, I lived in Michigan and Ohio, and we have snow in the wintertime. And I worked with students from Georgia and South Carolina, and they're like, snow, oh my gosh. So they always thought that was really cool to see pictures of snow. And there's also a text box here where you can add more information on the side. This slide here, I think goes with Megan's All About Me activity as well. What will we be working on in speech this year? And I really like the idea of putting that into, as Megan said, kid-friendly language. Do they know what they're working on? And it gives them a structure for what to expect when they log in for their speech therapy sessions. The next one, this next slide really is more important than maybe we realize, is our speech room rules. And I think it's important for kids to have some models and some examples of what they need to do when they log in for speech sessions, what they need to look like when they're on webcam, and just the rules of taking turns and participating during the session. It helps establish behavior for the rest of your therapy sessions. And you can always refer to it if you need to when kids come back from a break and maybe they need an update on, do we do that during our speech session or not? So they might need a little bit of a review. This last activity is great for getting kids talking because they have opinions about what they like and what they don't like. These are just general questions to get kids communicating with you and communicating with each other. Then there's also a blank slide so that you can add anything you want. For example, if you're working with younger students, preschool or kindergarten students, you may only want to use the slide with the images, the welcome to speech slide, or maybe the blank slide. You have other things that you would like to add. You're able to do that in Google Slides. You can edit all of this, and then you can select the slides that you want, make a copy of those slides, and make your own PDF of your activity. And what I like about this is you can use this with multiple groups all day, all week long, because those first couple sessions, you need to have activities that you can use with multiple students with multiple goals. So what's nice about the Google Slides is once you have them edited the way you like, you can download them as a PDF and then share your screen with your students. And if you use Adobe Reader, you can also do some additional annotation afterwards if you like. So we hope that you really enjoy the activities that we're providing for you in our back to school kit. We really try to be thoughtful about what we would use in our initial therapy sessions. And don't forget, follow us on social media, new activities all the time, and visit our resource library on our website, treasure trove of activities, PowerPoint games, Jamboard games, all kinds of things you can use for your therapy. And thank you from eTherapy, the Teletherapy Experts.